kind of challenge. But like the thing is that they need to think one step ahead for the women now. It's not enough. You just can't decide like we're going to go and force mistakes. We saw, and it was predictable that newbie just doesn't do mistakes. They take the fight when they need to. If it's a mistake, then it's going to be during the fight, but it's not like we're late to defend, we lose the fight.
Alright, so we go. So yeah, definitely Vici have got to change it up, and newbie, I think they just need to keep doing what they're doing. They have a game lead, and they seem to be playing well, and they're laning well too. So Vici is the one that has to have a response. But so speaking of newbie, I believe actually Casey got to interview him yesterday about the match they're going into today. So let's see if anything's still relevant here as we go to Casey.
We're joined here by Mo from Newbie, and Corey will be interpreting for us. Congratulations on making it this far. Are you able to look back at this point and all the hard work that it took to get to this point? How does that make you feel?
就说你们就这么努力的然后走了这么远，然后以前的这些努力都有了回报，你现在有什么看法？
我觉得，打了就是这么几年打职业下来。今天是我最激动的一天吧，然后我感觉，人生也没有几次在 TI 上能进决赛的人或者队伍，我觉得我自己已经做到了，我很满足。
This is the best time in his professional DOTA2 career because getting into TI is the kind of thing that you come across like not many times in life, and he has done it, and he's very satisfied with the results right now.
I would imagine you have family and friends watching at home. Who has been your biggest support system for you?
他知道你就是应该有很多亲戚、家人、朋友看你比赛，就是谁对你的支持是最大的？
My girlfriends. Girlfriend.
That was singular for the girlfriend. One. Yeah. Would you like to say anything to her? She's watching.
你想跟女朋友说些什么吗？她应该在看。
Baby, I love you so much.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. And now How of Newbie is with us, along with, once again, Corey, our interpreter. How, you and Mo have been friends for a very long time. What's it like to make it to the international with a good friend?
就是你跟木做了这么长时间的好朋友，那你们一起打进这个 TI 的决赛，你现在有什么感受？
非常的开心吧，因为认识了这么多年了，然后从一开始的盘打，然后到现在的一个新的战队6B，然后就一路走过来，非常的不容易，然后走到了这一步，其实就是中间有很多酸甜苦辣都经历过了，然后就是希望给自己一个交代吧，给我们一个交代吧。
It's been a long way ever since they've been together in Panda. That's a team before, and then Tofu and then Newbie. Everything's been so hard. There was some bitterness, everything they came through, and they were so glad to be here and wanted to make it good.
You are a very energetic player, very fun to watch. I know Xiao 8 and you are both a little bit more calm. Does that ever create a little bit of tension when you're in the booth together?
就是你们就你一般打法比较激进，然后性格也比较就是充满活力，然后小八比较冷静。你们有没有因为这个就是吵架什么，就是让气氛比较紧张？
打比赛的时候没有，然后其实很多时候训练的时候，我跟小八也就是经常在吵架或者什么，但是这样其实都就是这样的吵架，就是反而是一种就是对队伍的帮助，整体上大家就是怎么说就是训练的时候争吵了就会发现很多问题，然后就是很快的解决好，然后在比赛的时候我们就从来没有这样过，因为比赛是比赛，训练是训练，就是要分清楚，然后所以就是也是因为这样，也是我们走到这一步的其中一个原因吧，可能。
They never like fight or get anything intensive during game, but during scrim and back and base they fight a lot. But it's a good fight.
Yeah.
Like they can find questions, problems, so they can solve the problems together. And actually, this kind of helped them to get this far because they found out the problems from the fights and the arguments.
A win today means about $1 million each. What would you do with that kind of money?
今天如果你们赢了，就会有每个人大概会有100万嘛？你们会拿这个钱去做什么？
这个不， 因为现在还没拿到，我这个事情我一般都是拿到了再想，没拿到，因为这些东西你没拿到，并不属于是你的，你想好了反而会影响你比赛的发挥什么的。就是我会无论是怎么样，我都只想赢了，这些都是赢了之后再考虑的问题。
He's not going to think about it after he wins, because if you think about it right now, it's going to affect you in the game, and it's not good for the game because it's all over your head, like the money kind of thing. So he really wants to win, and he's only going to think about that kind of question, like how he's going to use the money after he gets the championship.
There we go. As mentioned, that was Casey interviewing newbie Howard Mu earlier today. And you can see, very focused, and the only problem they have left is how do they get one more win. Let's see if they can solve that one. Joining us on the panel is now Blitz. Welcome, Blitz.
Hello. Pretty good to see you, James. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
What have you made of the game so far, Blitz?
I thought Newbie would win. It seemed like they had more time to prepare. Obviously, they had the full day, actually 2 days, just to watch over, see what Vici were going to bring. And it seems like Vici has a consistent style. They do this ultra hyper-aggressive death ball, where they group up as 5. They try to take as many objectives on the map as possible. But it looks like Newbie has the same idea, and instead of trying to directly counter that style, they're trying to mimic it and just take objectives faster than they can.
All right. So, do you think Vici could change up their style a little bit? Like, what would you do in this situation?
I think the strength of Vici so far has been their consistency. Consistency in a tournament like this is something that's incredibly underrated. You want to just have a style that you play, try not to adjust too much to what other people are doing, stick to what you know best, and I think that's served them the best. I think they just have to continue to do what they've done this entire tournament, which is get the death ball going, try to get as many objectives as you can, try to push up tier 4s as quickly as you can. The more you delay the game, the more difficult it gets.
All right, well, we'll see how difficult it's going to be in this one. Vici, you're going to want to bring it back. We're going into the back of the picks. Or we're going to keep it.
Newbie versus VG Gaming. Grand Finals, Game 4.
Yeah, as you mentioned, we're going to keep Blitz. We like you, Blitz.
Oh, I like you too.
And,
Yep.
VG Gaming,
They stick to their guns.
they're like, no, you don't understand the true power of nature's prophet. Silence just getting warmed up.
It's the losing strategy, right?
Actually, you created that yourself. It's happening. It's happening. It's like if you have a losing strategy, stick to it until it becomes a winning strategy.
And then it turns on. It's gonna work. I mean, once again, the nature's prophet, we've seen Vici Gaming push with that, but it's not necessarily a push strategy. It's actually, they have insane game potential and, map control credit, so.
But here we get the Brewmaster. The Brewmaster, no team has found a response for this year so far. It's been amazing. It's going to be sad for me not to see more of that fight again, but again from that Brewmaster, it's going to be maybe a repeat of Game 2.
Buck is a really good pick for Vici Gaming right now, in my opinion. I really like it versus Delta Blue and along with Nature's Prophet A, I think it's a really good one. As for the Brewmaster, I think Vici Gaming understand what's going on right now. They don't necessarily need to brute force push, and it looks like Newbie knows that because they ban the marketing that's not pushing around.
Blitz, what are your thoughts on the Bison so far?
It seems like Vici Gaming are kind of going for. They have a lot of global presence just with the Ancient Apparitional and the Nature's Prophet Ultimate, and they're not too limited with their style right now. They can push with the Nature's Prophet Treants, but also find the Brewmaster is a little bit difficult. That's kind of the hero once you picked it. It's like, we're going to win the team fights from when he's level 6 to about the 20-30 minute mark. We should be uncontested because the primal split is too strong.
Maybe is it time for VG Gaming to pick, well, that problem is bad right now, but maybe the pipe now, one of those heroes that can actually push by virtue of being there, that we haven't seen so far?
It's still really hard to push, as Blitz said, into the Brewmaster. Once he hits level 6, gets the Blink Dagger up, as long as Primal Split's online, you don't want to group as 5 go push powers. You can try split push, because then Brewmaster can only be in one place at a time, but they just know this is such a good pick against the VG Gaming playstyle. Similar to the Puck, I think that it's even much stronger, something than 5-hand push, and it forces VG Gaming to either go for split push or get silent or hard carry, and that's where the Morphling ban is just perfect here.
also going to remove Pugna because they're worried about, as mentioned, the morphing if they want to do split, and now the Pugna, which is for the entry push that VG Gaming bringing. They want to make sure that team fight is going to be as strong as possible and their towers won't be dropping. So final ban of this round for VG Gaming. Where should they direct it?
I'd like to see them go for the RTK Duke. I think that was kind of their bread and butter leading up to TF4 throughout the group stage. I think getting a Duke, the style on the safe lane Prophet, he's really comfortable there, but having a Duke against a Brewmaster really nice if you can get the jump on him. And just in general for those mid-game team fights, he's a great hero to have that fast man, get the Blink Dagger up to initiation, later build into that BKB, Shivers, ultra late game you go Refresher. He basically secures your late game despite not being a late game character.
Okay, question to everyone. Chances for VG Gaming for going for Wisp and something to push?
It would actually be awesome, honestly. They can do so many things with that opening because they really nothing. I don't even want to grab a Wisp. I actually love to see them while Wisp and like the same thing in my character. I've never seen VG Gaming.
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't think much, unfortunately. They're going to go for the leader.
Split push.
Yeah.
A little bit to Night as well. House just being all over the place in the leader, so take Newbie a bit out of their comfort zone. They know that How likes to fight early, be it the Weaver, the Lifestealer, and Lifestealer doesn't match up that well against this draft at all. Weaver, great at cutting him around. Prophet, kind of similar story as well, so.
Really, that opens up for a lot of pushing from Newbie in my opinion, because they have actually nothing to outpush, and the thing versus A Prophet is that obviously it's hard to push against that unless you're gonna die. And Brewmaster is the best hero to do that. I mean, A Prophet they're good at, when you play, you can't initiate on them. But if the Brewmaster is just gonna blink ulti like in between them, then they're actually useless.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, VG haven't revealed too much, but at the same time, picking the Weaver, like Matt said, it's a hero that takes quite a while to get online. You can't just get one defensive item or offensive item. You need one of both just to participate in the fights. And if the Brewmaster can get free initiations off, then the Weaver's not going to be able to do anything in the fight. One of them is just going to get lifted up, the one that does the most damage, that'll probably be the Weaver, and then they can isolate the rest of the team. Ancient Amber isn't really a hero that can really do much against the Brewmaster. Once the fights happen, the Brewmaster can jump on him, instantly blow him up, and so for VG, they need a hero that can stop that Brewmaster from just getting that free initiation off, or they need a hero that can just consistently kite him.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they're aware of that because they just played that game. They just lost that game already, like what, half an hour ago, so I'm looking forward to see how they're going to adapt to that. That's essential for the moment.
They needed some team fight. Sure, you kind of want to shut down the Brewmaster and like a Skyrim, but if you pick that hero, you've got too many squishy heroes. That was kind of largely their problem in game 3, and team fight's just non-existent.
In my opinion, they should try to fight as less as possible. Even the Sand King is not really good against Brewmaster, to be honest, because Brewmaster opens, like what Sand King does is counter initiate, right? And then you don't want to counter initiate on Brewmaster, but already ulti. It makes no sense. So I question that AA versus pick. AA was one of the key heroes of that final so far, and I haven't seen the AA really work just because of how the hero is. So let's see if I think VG Gaming will go for more of a split pusher side, not to root towards pushing.
They might have a hard time now against the dude that gets Blink online. Just being able to do one of these targets, especially the Weaver, could really help you out. And also the Rubik because the support's pretty nice. Able to steal Satuchi is one of the most annoying things to play against. If you're a squishy lineup, getting that Rubik very mobile into the back line of your supports can really destroy what your plan maybe is. And their plans will be to win. So nicely that's going to be banned out by each of the final ban for Newbie. And then we go into our final.
Yeah, and remember, this is funny because it feels like there's a move from TF3, a team that really likes the team fight, and a team that likes to push, and in this case is going to go heavily into push was kind of what happened with Navi versus Alliance. And with Newbie just one match away, one game away, to take the $5 million, they will want to assume the rest of their powers. I'm sure this time they won't get split push like what happened to Navi and like game 5.
No, they will make sure that doesn't happen, especially when you have a rat side and those are heroes that are really good at dealing with split push just because of the disables they have. So right now, Newbie is looking really strong. Like their draft can do whatever, whereas Vichy is a bit different in my opinion.
I like the Bristleback ban. Looking back to the last game, it didn't seem, I think Bristleback would have been a better pick than the Empress. But almost they needed something just a bit more durable in the front line. So VG Gaming will also this year out at unexpected times.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Bristleback would have been really good for them.
Yeah.
That's it.
The durability in the team fights, though, for VG seems incredibly straight, yeah, they can't straight engage at all. If they get into a 5-man fight, they're actually just going to get wiped. You have a hero like Doom and Brewmaster, who can just kind of set the front lines while Rubik and Shadow Shaman, they're free to do whatever they want. You can't fight on the Shadow Shaman boards as well. The only chance VG has with this kind of draft, especially with Newbie's hyper-aggressive 5-man, is that you have to split push. You don't engage this. Use the Sand King not as a counter-initiator, but as somebody to set up with the Nature's Prophet to try to pick off kills.
Yeah, they have to, but the problem is that Venomancer is actually not the best at doing that for Venomancer. I don't know where Pitch is going with that draft. I agree, like their option was to actually split push, but here they're going to be looking to fight, and as you said, fighting the Doom, because Venomancer is probably one of the toughest lineups to fight against.
Going to be pushing lineup ahead, do you think you might want to go for, instead of just for a carry, just put the Doom in the first position, get a drop or something to attempt to disrupt the fight?
That could work really well.
They don't even have to. Yeah, I think it would be a really good option, but I think they don't even have to. I think they're already fine. Like, they could even get a carry and it wouldn't matter. That's definitely great.
Brewmaster, you guarantee if Blink Dagger is one of them in the safe lane, how also plays Emissary sometimes safe lane. And if you wanna try guarantee kills against split push, Emissary is a great long range initiator.
Vinci would have to play really, really well in the laning phase, because if they don't, they're going to be in huge trouble. The team fight from Newbie is just way superior.
So we have Vinci Gaming and Newbie have their heroes. They'll be loaded into the game in just a moment. As we mentioned on the panel, everyone kind of agrees with VG Gaming is going to be a really tough one for them, but we've been proven wrong here at the panel multiple times, especially me. So maybe VG Gaming can bring this one back, and they're going to have to, because otherwise Newbie will be the champions at the International. So let's send it over to our commentators and bring us what could be the last game. Take it away.
Yes, we are here for what, as James said, could be the very last game of our Grand Final 2014. The International is what we're casting. I'm everyone joined by Lumi. And Lumi, I'm looking up this too and I'm going, we're in the same position as we were in game number 3. VG Gaming have just thrown everything into one pocket and they pray they can drench Newbie with it.
I mean, we've seen a lot of teams running similar risky strategy. Cloud9 being one of those teams. You just pick for the first 10 minutes and you kind of gamble on that first 10 minutes. VG lost the gamble last game, but they're coming into this game 4 the same mentality as game 3. Just have 2 more games to win. Like, if you want to be a TDI champion, you win 2 more games. It doesn't matter if it's match point or not. So let's see if they can execute. This is time to prove to the world that you can.
Yes. So let's actually talk about what they can execute very early on. Now I want to talk firstly about actually Newbie's weakness. They have 3 melee heroes. They're all cores are melee heroes, which means ROTK on the lane has to be concerned about the supports. But as far as directly, if he's one-on-one with a melee hero, he can go build, which will allow him to basically dominate the lanes. Super as well can keep himself a distance. Has to be careful about the searing chains, but Doombringer as well as Brewmaster can't control him that well very early on. You've then got on top of that a Nature's Prophet. Can keep you at range and can rush you back with these trees. As far as AoE clearance abilities, you don't really get these from the cores either. A little bit comes out from the supports, but not really enough to get rid of the trees very early on. So as far as VG Gaming goes, all their lanes are actually quite powerful. You're seeing lanes coming to play now. You got top lane Super Weaver with Fenrir as well as FY, a roaming supporting support combo. FY with boost first so we can get range to those fire strikes. They need first blood VG Gaming as well as high advantage. Their top lane is their last hero, and that's Siler taking the same lane Nature's Prophet. He's going one-on-one with Xiao Wei. Now I'm interested in what Xiao Wei's first creep is going to be as well, apart from Siler attempting to kill deny off his stream. But see what creep he's able to pull out of that dire side jungle. Are they already rotating over? They're looking for the first blood. Everybody's got Xiao Wei, and I don't know if they're going to give this combination because it's chilling.
Mid lane though, mid, RT can get flipped, he's going to get tossed back. He's really in trouble. Here comes the shackle, the first blood.
He's dead.
He's going to go against the game. That's the blood.
It is. The Doombringer with the haste through was just distracted both FY as well as Fenrir. They weren't in position to reveal out any kind of rotation, and there's no ward there. Well, there is. It's a little bit further up, however, from the dire side, waiting for the rotation to come in towards the top lane. First one to the way of Newbie, and one step closer to being TI4 champions.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it is range versus melee from the side of VG Gaming, but the fact that is, it's really hard for these ratios to really get kills. For example, Bedmancer, sure he can land a Gale Viper for a long time to get a kill, but I don't think that's really going to happen in the mid lane. Similarly, in theory, Weaver's going to out-harass the Brewmaster, but anytime you come close, you're eating a slap to the face, and suddenly it's a Weaver that's running back. So I think Newbie may farm a little bit worse, but that's not enough for VG. VG needs to dominate, and giving up the first blood is not exactly the way to do it.
Sunshine as well as Banana's trying to zone out Super. They have one sentry ward left over on Sunshine. Now they actually dropped the sentry ward looking for the observer ward or sentry ward of the Giant side that's blocking up the full point. Funnily enough, it's actually in the trees. In a really difficult position to actually scout out unless you start clearing away some of these trees, which they don't have abilities for. They can come back at the 2-minute mark and realize the camp is still blocked.
I thought Shansheng could let up Jackson to be like an initiating or something, but
Xiao Wei's going to pick himself up a Centaur, so now he's got a stomp available to go up against Fenrir, and also level 3. This is 2 minutes in and your on-play Doombringer has a level 3. I'm really surprised Doombringer even got this far. You know, he got picked up in the second pick phase. It wasn't even banned out. It was, really surprised they even let him have it.
yeah, I'm also surprised that Doombringer wasn't so hotly contested on the first 3 games. Normally, Doombringer is one of the first heroes that usually both teams to pick up, but so we're only going to see one team perform.
Sunshine's going to try and engage on bottom lane. Sentry was down Super, now the Shinkuchi himself away. Sunshine was looking for the shackle hold. If he was able to get that under the sentry wood, then Shinkuchi down, tell him to follow up, and we're going to be looking at another death. Then RTK did nothing in his middle lane. Hal's built for the 2 points, flame guard, and the bottle spam. RTK is trying to attack him directly. He's got 1 point poison stick. There's very little damage coming his way, and they're losing out the CS map.
I mean, essentially right now, Vici Gaming and Newbie, they're trading farm. And I think that when you're trading farm, it all comes down to that first fight.
This is really smart from Xiao Wei. Obviously, he's realizing FY is trying to get some extra farm. Maybe they can get a kill here. The Prophet, they're going to TP in. Attempt to gank right now on Xiao Wei. The Burrow Strike being held. Now Hal will make the move, and a Searing Chain! RTK goes down and White burning as well. It's the immolation. Xiao Wei, he's still not dead. The last second there, Jeffers will get the kill. But Hal, he's staring down the barrel of another kill. The shot on fire like that. Double kill for Hal. Newbie are off to a fantastic start here in game number 4. Sunshine moving back and the TP's coming back from RTK, but the damage is done to the mid lane.
That was a 3-for-1 trade. I mean, I said it all comes down to that first fight. I think that was the first fight.
Yeah.
What does VG Gaming do at this point? They don't fight nearly as well. They're working with a huge level disadvantage, so they can't push nearly as well as either. I mean, heck, don't call it GG yet, but it feels like it. It really feels like it.
It's definitely a run. VG Gaming are clutching at straws right now for what they need. They know they need levels on the Aztec and only farm on him. So FY is actually soaking up the experience on the top lane, while Sylar is running back here at the moment. FY doesn't want to push out. RTK is again the middle lane. The Gal's going to fly out over on Hal as well as Xiao. He's looking at the play boards there, which is this kind of where I saw the problem coming in. Like, okay, you're able to get a nice and close up to him, yeah, you can gank him up, but you can't get rid of these high-level play boards. And this is when you start to get zoned out a little bit more. And we've still got Weaver on the bottom lane. How has he only got 8-for-1 on the CS? Up against a 22-13 Brewmaster, who is slapping super silly.
Yeah, and also much thanks to the supports, really zoned the super out earlier, because when a Shadow Shaman runs at your Weaver just has to run back, you can't really trade it. And obviously, look at him, he's actually walking into the lane and threading the clap. And Super is getting zoned out as a range for, but I think we need to look at top, because UB smoked up and they're looking for a kill.
Yep, and maybe they can find one. They still gotta look for FY. FY is now doing a quad stack inside of his own jungle. This is gonna be a lot of experience he can get out, but of course, losing heroes like Sylar on the top lane, Mr. Level 5 Prophet, he walked down and made himself visible. Death, straight away. Telekinesis, wonderful timing, follow-up shackles, and Xiao Wei even sets up the Scorcher. Sylar makes one last army of trees. But he goes down again on the lane, and they're going to try and power level FY. They need to get the Blink Dagger over on FY and find initiation from his S-Head. It's the only way they can really fight this.
Don't count.
Super stop picking up against Boo and the Sentry Ward. Don't coming so low.
Don't count VG Gaming out just yet. I mean, we've seen terrible starts against VG Gaming. Remember that Cloud9 game where Bone7 got a solo kill against a tri-lane and was able to steal multiple stacks? It was FY that got a Blink Dagger before Bone7 and just really took the game back in control. So FY would lead, and let's see how early that blink comes on. Let's see what type of ganks he can really initiate for his team.
No. It'll take a little bit longer for him. Unfortunately, he also managed to find some mud golems, but continues to stack up at 1,300 gold right now. Fenrir also wants to soak up a little bit of his experience if he possibly can. Find his level 6 and then Ice Mask comes into play. Hal's going to get lucky enough to pick up a double damage rune on the top river. There's bonus damage for what is already a level 8 Ember Spirit. And they're not really sacrificing levels on the other heroes of Movie. You've got 4 levels over on Sunshine, so Masso Force will be available in a timely manner. And Rubik also up at level 4, so we'll be looking for his level 6. And they're looking to steal Shikuchi, and a great initiation. And probably the greatest thing you can steal is actually up against ROTK. If you start taking away these play boards from him at the high levels, you're going to be forcing VG Gaming into a bad position on the map. To a point where Ruby can actually force out his own towers if he wants to. And
career kill.
Yep. The Dire Courier getting sniped. That got sniped right next to FY as well.
Anything that can go wrong?
Hang on. How the hell?
I think a neutral keeper sniped.
Yeah, I think so too. But aggro by FY and brought down because there's no hero that's anywhere near that. The neutrals have actually turned against VG Gaming.
The RNGG is real right now.
It's a good thing for VG Gaming that nothing was on that courier. Unfortunately for them though, actually there was observers and sentries on that courier.
I mean, not only going back to Rubik and causing a steal, I think Sandking is another big steal. Like getting a burrow strike, instantaneous stun. I mean, I don't know right now. I don't know.
Yeah. They'll have to give it a little bit more time. VG Gaming at least having one thing go their way, they're slowing up the game. And I'm not going to say that's going to be a great thing actually, after I think about it, because you've still got a 4,000 net worth Al, who's just free farming up that middle lane. Sure, he's being pressured up by ROTK, who's just really trying to finish up this tier 1 tower. Like before anything bigger comes online from Movie, but you've got a 3,000 net worth Xiao Wei who's farming up the jungle at level 7.
Gaming is 5 manning 8 minutes into the game. It's only 4 mid, but keep in mind the property they really need this tier 1. They're committing essentially everything they got to this tier 1.
Series change over on Super. Style's going to come in. House on the front lines, but they can't control him. So VG Gaming bring all 5 in, as you said. Moo's still chilling on that bottom lane. He doesn't want to come yet. He's still farming up to his Blink Dagger.
VG has to back. They're not getting this tier 1.
Yep. Nice and close. This is a lot of wasted time for them. A lot of wasted time. And ROTK also returning towards that middle lane. He's the man charged with building into the mech. Having the Ring of Aquila early on. That's to help force out this mid lane. But one thing he is doing is stopping Sunshine as well as Banana from just rotating around and getting kills on the off lane. So even though we say, okay, 5 heroes from each game were brought in towards the middle lane, it's a lot of wasted time, their attention is being dragged away. Moo's forcing out the bottom lane, but Super comes back down to this one. But Silas getting more space up on the top lane, he's going past the mines and just rushing the Orchid.
The thing is, I don't think the supports from Newbie needs to go for the games. Look at their levels. They're both hitting level 6 very, very soon because they're stacking well, because they've been pulling well. They are going to get their level 6 regardless, and really, that's all they really need.
Well, double stack being farmed up by FY, so that's still not going to be enough for his Blink Dagger. He's going to fall just a little bit short after farming up that camp. And Doombringer's almost got his own Blink Dagger. He can blink himself in on that Weaver, who is nowhere near a Lincoln Sphere or BKB or anything along these lines. Lincoln's, of course, being the ultimate item he wants to get up against Doombringer. He needs more money, he needs more time, and ROTK, well, maybe he's going to give him money. Middle lane, actually, how? Initiates intelligence, holds ROTK in place. He's out again. 9 minutes in and a half. And Newbie can pick up another kill. This one comes out from with the help of Rubik.
Yeah, ROTK felt he was safe because he had a haste through bottom, but it was a perfect chain stun coming out from Newbie and never got even a chance to use that. Finally, the Blink Dagger comes out, but you look at the lanes and where you can actually gank. Mid lane, if Hao has a Remnant down, you can zip away. Top, Doom is insanely tanky. Bottom, Brewmaster has split. So where do you actually get that gank from?
It's gonna be on the Doombringer, and you commit the
going for a kill on the bottom lane. Super is going in. They're gonna be a TP.
They don't have sentries.
Okay.
They don't have sentries, and he's still got time on Zaval, but he's gonna try and force it on Sunshine. Didn't get Shikuchi damage, and then just time himself back into the tree line. And he just runs himself away from Moo in the meantime. And FY, maybe another thing we should take into account is the fact that VG Gaming are still on the dire side. Now, we've ruled tonight the bottom tower, which means they're losing a little bit more control, but Roshan is still an option when you get mass plague wards. You kind of don't want to have your mech before this all begins, and very, very good warning. And that tier 1 tower gone from Newbie in the middle lane.
I mean, last time we saw how what VG Gaming did when they went for the Roshan play is they got out team fight. So I'm not
RTK not too far, but this time the steering chain doesn't lunge from Hal.
The RNG works for them. For once.
He bounced onto the line cruiser when he went the steering chains go. Now Super, he's going to stop the quick form over through the side and just looking for a couple of extra heroes. The Doom Dome is over to RTK. There's no one coming up from him, and Silas is just standing in the river. Moves able to just blink himself in, go for the clap, split still available, but you got the Emperor Spirit on the way in. He's just out of range of Siler as he's running to run. The Sprout is up, he can't TP, 2 seconds on cooldown, fire is right. But it's still being profit down, there's too much tankability. The Shadow Shaman's on the sideline, FY on the run, he can't do anything. The Brewmaster went, which means they're able to follow up with the extra stunts. Now it's 9-2 on the board. And mid-tier 1 tower did still go down, but that is the only upside for VG Gaming as Nubi take again another fight in their favour, pushing the advantage up to almost 5,000 experience and breaching close to 4,000 gold.
Yeah, the experience is really the key. They need Finra. If Finra had a Ice Blast on top of that Epicenter, they win that fight big time. Finra, unfortunately, not level 6 just yet. I'd like to see VG Gaming dedicate a little bit more to him, and hopefully they can take a better team fight. But it looks like VG Gaming, again, balls to the wall. Let's just go for another push. I mean, what they have going for them is that Moo's ultimate is down, but I don't think they even need the Brewmaster's push. I don't think this push will work.
Agreed. There's just too much damage still coming out. I suppose while Doom is down, that's nice, but the blink in, and there's your crack. Already an RTK with the face ball, they got him down, he couldn't even dodge it. Same with Sylar, they never attack. All three are gone. I think maybe one attack was thrown out from the ancient apparition. VG Gaming just cannot respond to the damage that's come so quickly from Nubi.
VG Gaming is banging their heads against the wall, and that wall is made out of titanium steel. Does that even make sense? No, that's titanium. And yeah, their head is cracked. I think they just need to play a long game. It's hard to play a long game against a team that can fight so well, but they just don't have any other options. You can't push against Nubi.
No, you can't slip push against them either because they just threw themselves out, TV into the towers, which they've still got up on the side lanes, and then blink and shit on you. But they're going to give it a shot again. Sylar coming down towards the bottom lane. Super is down here at least, so he'll be able to
He's already ready. He's already in the bottom lane. He's got a blink dagger. He's initiating with blink 2.
This time Doom is up. The Brewmaster split isn't there, but as we established before, all you need space is clap. And there's your jump in. Super, doomed up. RTK, he's got the ultimate this time around, which he can use. Proper crack, keeping Xiao Wei out, but look at Banana. Chikuching himself up, almost killing off Super, throwing back Sylar. FY comes in, he's got stunned up. Virus right over on 2. No evidence in a fight, so go on. RTK, he gets his ulti off. The shock will fly. The sentry was revealing FY. 4 heroes on the sideline. This is out of control.
It is a massive hit. VG's got to try something different. It can't be the same thing.
Man, Big G, in game number 1, it looked so good for them. They came out, they had confidence, they had pizzazz, and now they come in, and they're 16-2 staring down the barrel of a loss in game number 4, which is painful. That's all this really is right now. VG Gaming, they just can't fight back. I want to talk about like Roshan advantage before, but now I don't even think if they had it, like, even if there were 3 heroes there for Nubi, they still couldn't go for Roshan. Because Nubi are getting so big on all their heroes. Xiao Wei, he's got Blink Dagger, but he just, well, he's almost, yeah, he has. He's finished up the mech. So the full mech is up 14 minutes in before we get Dreambringer. RTK is probably about to die again, because he just came over Plague Ward. So Banana is now on a 4-7 lane, and Moo jumps in. Gets a drunk brawler straight away. Epicenter being prepped up by FY, but he's already lost his teammate. The Amazo towards the down. The Ice Blast that should do some work. Sunshine will go down for this one, but the Brewmaster's already gone. FY, he's out of mana, and he's locked down the river. Super was coming in to try and help out, but with the Master Wards in range of the tier 1 tower, the Plague Ward's being prepped up. Super, he's trying to actually hunt Banana, being picked up, thrown down. He's got a timeless.
Yes.
He gets it off. Chikuchi out. The Sentry Ward's still there. They can see him. He has to use his 1 charge. He's so low on life. And Chikuchi, he goes down as well. There's 2 Plague Wards. And number 1 with a 3-1 championship of the international. 3-1 victory over Flying
to be millionaires?
成为百万富翁的感觉怎么样？爽，
很爽，非常爽，真他妈爽，真他妈的爽。
Can you repeat any of that? Because you look like you may not be able to.
Well, we might have to censor some of it, but basically very, very awesome.
Do you have friends and family watching? And if so, can we bring them up right now?
不知道你们在这体育馆里面有相关的亲朋好友，他们是不是在附近？好友、亲朋好友、亲戚跟朋友。我们是教练和领队的，还有经理都在，家属的。
They're here. All right, if you are a family member, I see some. They're waving. Come on up. We're going to bring up all the people who have helped make this possible for you. And while we're waiting for them, what do you want to say to the fans? To the fans who have not only supported you, but have put their money in, telling you that you deserve this money for how you play and for what you've done to the community.
你们有没有什么话想要和你们的粉丝说？就是不包含是支持你们的粉丝，同时还有那一些相信你们、愿意为你们提供部分的奖金的这些粉丝，你们有什么话想要说？我要谢谢一直以来坚持支持牛逼的人，很感谢你们，也谢谢那些一直质疑我们的人，就是有你们的质疑，我们才能像今天一样强大。Thank you for all who supported us throughout the tournament and along the way.